Greetings and welcome back to smartwatchtics.com and hello watch, Hello Watch 3, Hello Watch 3 Plus. Yep, that's what's in this box. They keep expanding it and improving it incrementally, and I want to call something to your attention. As you probably expected, this is one of those watch bodies that emulates, looks like, feels like an Apple Watch Ultra. You know, where it's got the round button on the side and the little pill button here and another one over there and a speaker, and even the holes are all identical these days. However, it's a dying breed. If you've been looking for any of these that I've reviewed, and I've reviewed a bunch of them, if you look at some of our earlier videos, you'll find they're no longer available. For some reason, they're being pulled from the market. Maybe they're just not selling that well. I don't know. But anyway, pulling off the plastic, this is not the only one. There's a couple of others that are on the market. So if you have any inclination of getting a Android-ish smartwatch that looks like an Apple Watch Ultra, this might be one of the last chances you're going to get, because I honestly don't know if they're going to be making them anymore in this form factor. You've got a charging puck on this one. Now, you do have memory in this watch, and you can load it up with music and all kinds of stuff, but not with pins. You have to do that wirelessly from a tethering app. But this is basically a charging dock for it, and it works really well. You've got standard bands that come with it, which are like your Apple-style bands. And special for today, I'm going to show you two really unique, I love these things, different bands, not the ones that come in the box. You have to buy these extra, but they're worth it for any Apple Watch that you may have already, or this one if you're looking at getting an alternative in an Apple-looking style. But first, let's talk about this one coming from VWAR. VWAR is the proud producer of the Hello Watch 3 Plus. It's a Generation 2 2024 version in the 1 gigabyte configuration. That's 1 gigabyte storage for music and files and things. It's running you about $43. Check the show notes. I hope to have a coupon discount for you there. If you would prefer, you see there's another button here for 4 gigabytes, and it's not all that much more, just a few bucks. So I highly recommend you bump it up to like $46. Again, discount coupons hopefully available for you. Also, check the show notes carefully to see about buying alternatives in there. Since this is in limited supply, we may be creative in giving you some buying sources. Okay, Hello Watch 3 Plus tells you some of the highlights. It's got a compass, and it really does. And this face is so fun. You're going to see that one where the compass is horizontal right here, and as you turn the watch, it accurately shows where you're going. 450 milliamp hour battery. ChatGPT, not yet, but they're going to be pushing a firmware update. Maybe by the time you get it, that'll be installed in it. Local music, exactly. 100 and plus sports, and a full AMOLED screen display. Deeper into the specs, we've got these, they call them parameters. It's a 2.04 inch full screen, 425 by 518 pixel resolution AMOLED, and 90 hertz refresh rate. A few years ago, you would be drooling if that was in your phone. Now it's in your watch. You got basic RAM and ROM or storage, 1 gigabyte or 4 gigabyte selection, and it's a 1-to-1 case with metal strap, locking button, and so forth, titanium color, and so forth. All the specs are listed here. 450 milliamp hour battery, Bluetooth 5. These are the different functions in the watch. Let you read through that on your own. And then these are some of the upgrade points, since it's now the Watch 3 and it's Plus. You can customize the watch faces with either a pointer or digital mode. It's got the OS X user interface design. And what else? Custom orange key, that's the left key button function in it. You can support downloading ebooks on the watch now. It's got sound recorder, really nice, always on display. Lots of choices there. And you can do 12-hour time to 24-hour time, all that switchable in the key excuse me, Qi Fit app, QI Qi, and QI Fit Pro is mentioned as well. So here's a little drawback at the moment. These are not yet in the Google Play Store, so I'm not able to demo all of the connectivity aspects of this watch for you, but we'll walk through everything it does on the platform itself. So basically this is it. I'm going to put it together with its stock bands, and then I'm going to show you the really new bands that are kind of fun later on. There we go. Looks pretty nice with the silver and white bands. Press on the lower button on the right-hand side. Give it a moment, and it just vibrated. Says hello, and it pops into one of the opening watch faces, whatever you were last using. This is a fun one. It's got lots of different things going on for it. You can see the color changes that can happen with it. You've got music player, phone calls, timers you can run, all kinds of things. Charged up to 100%, got a little bit of walking on it. When you swipe down, you'll see messages sent from your phone if you've paired it up for that. When you swipe up, you get into all kinds of fun little cards that cover everything. Again, I'm not paired to the phone. I don't have the app yet from the Google Play Store. We're in kind of a beta mode right now. But when it is, you'll see your weather forecast in centigrade or Fahrenheit. You'll get more information here. This card is for your blood oxygen, it appears. We've got the step count against your goal. Last night's sleep time is there. The whole phone call thing, contacts and keypad if you want to. Heart rate will show up here. Ladies, your period would be there if you've put that in. And a lot of these can be taken out and rearranged as well. And then you've got the last few apps that you've used, like a music player and walking or running and checking messages. And then tap that bottom button. It'll go into all apps if you want to. And that we got to by swiping up. Swipe to the right, you get the pull-out tab with time and date, most recently used apps and such. And then swipe to the left. Now we get your steps and distance traveled and calories burned. There's a bunch of other dots here. So if I swipe down, you'll see here's my step count information. Swipe again. This is going to be calories and distance traveled. And this is just a simple sample, but you can see 0 to 8, 6 o'clock, midnight. It's a full 24-hour period. And then here it is all in analog version of it, or digital rather. And then your sport record is accessible directly from that too. So that's just in the very first card when you swipe over from the watch face. Come over here, you get heart rate. It's saying to adjust it because I'm not over the diodes. If I cover the diodes, it'll begin and it'll give me a heart rate measurement. Swipe up, you see the heart rate for since midnight. I took it off for a couple of hours there. It's again doing it right now, giving me a reading, and these are the ranges for the last couple of hours. And that's it from here. Oh no, it isn't. We have a walking heart rate as well, a resting heart rate, and then your current heart rate. Wow, okay, so they've added some more depth to the overall heart rate measurement. Come again now, and we are doing a 15-second countdown as it's measuring blood oxygen over here. It's using green diode technology, which I'm surprised because the more advanced ones use red diodes. Gives you a better accuracy. And infrared, of course, you can't see the infrared. There it says complete, and no charts on this, just individual measurements. One more. There's our last night's sleep time, and with a chart, again, we can swipe up. It's showing the sleep time exact from time of going to bed to time of waking up. One more swipe, and it looks like it's showing a weekly schedule, past 6 days of sleep time with an average. So those things are shown. You can't expand it here, but I presume in the app you'll be able to see more detail. Weather in your area, again, paired to the watch, to the app. You can select the city most likely, and it'll show you your current conditions and forecast information. Built-in music player. We'll look a little bit more at this. You have local music, and you can change up here to mobile music, where it will play the music from your phone through your watch, Local music means the music you've actually downloaded into the memory. And Bluetooth earphones are what you can pair to the watch. So then you can play your music, go out jogging, doing whatever, and not have to take your phone with you. That's all part of the music player. Now we got call records, contacts, and dial pad for Bluetooth calling. There's no SIM card in this one, so you'll do Bluetooth calling. Oh, did you notice that? When the tilt your wrist to see the time goes off, or if you wait out the timeout of the main screen, you can have one of the multiple always on screens show up, which is what I've got set up on here. But we weren't done yet, or were we? We are all the way over to here. Oh, here's the menstrual cycle. Again, it needs to be configured in the phone itself. And here's where you can adjust all these things. They're pretty much all loaded up right now, but you can take them out and change the order if you want to. Press, get back to the main page. Press and hold. You can change to a variety of different pages. And there's a bunch of them in here. A lot of them are the Apple looking style from what I've seen of these on Apple Watches. Here's one that's giving you UV and other different indices on here. And it looks like it may be tied to, no, this is just the time running around the edges on there. Couple more pages of apps. Yeah, they look familiar. There's Mickey. Interesting. A different portrayal with some odd little wheels on here. Okay, a Rolex, large digits. I'll show you a few more later on. Let's keep moving into the apps now. Actually, let me change bands and then we'll play with the apps. These are the newest, really cool Apple Watch bands. They'll fit on the watch today, but they'll fit on any Apple Watch. They're Ultimal. Ultimal is the company. I've got an urban sports band and an active sports band. This is my favorite. Check this out. Is that killer or what? Look at that with the little touches of orange in it. Let's change to a different band. Play with this. What would you like? How about just a nice simple one like that? When you put this on, you wrap it around, just slide it through. And of course the buckle is coordinated with it too. You can see on here, it's got its name on it. Latch it in there, lock it down. Now you have got one integrated metal band going all the way around with orange highlights on it. Perfectly for this Apple Watch Ultra case design, and of course an original Apple Watch Ultra. This would work beautifully on it. Here's the other one. This one's called the Active Sports Band, and it's super nice. It's got air holes around here to let it breathe for you. So when you pop this one on, again, they're just super simple to put on. Just takes fractions of a second. That's the look that you've got when you're wearing it. Yeah. So where do you get these? You get them from Amazon. So once again, the company is Ultimal, making watch bands for Apple Watches. A 5-star rating on these. I've got a link in the show notes to these for about $30. You get this fancy first one that I just showed you. And if you want, you can pick up the other one, which is available in orange too. Check it out. Okay. And it's about $35 or so. Again, check the show notes for a buying link and for discount coupons. Now to get into the app drawer, all the apps, we just press the top button and we can rotate through them. There's your basic sports modes, which include your common things like walking and running and cycling and hiking. No GPS in the watch, but hopefully you can pair it to the phone app and connect with that to get your track information. But you got other things in here, rowing machines, yoga, basketball, volleyball, look at that, on and on and on. So plenty of activities in sports. Step count we looked at, heart rate and blood oxygen, we saw all of those. You have an ebook reader in here. When you sync it to ebooks that you've downloaded to your phone, you can bring them into the watch and read them right there. Now we got a fun compass. And this is a different one than I've seen other ones have. It's not on right now. It's showing east straight ahead. So I'm going to calibrate it by whipping it around. And After a moment, now you see it's south, which is truly the direction that I'm pointed in. East is over here, comes right over to that. Now you have a variety of different ways of showing this. How do I get to it? Double tap, information. Oh, okay, there. There's the actual reading, and then there's a pointer pointing. So you have them separately. Or you have this circle like this. Now, here's another interesting fun thing. If I come back here to our faces and continue through them, there's where you can make a custom face. This face in particular, this is one of my favorite ones because you see the integrated compass right here. You can just twist it and it'll show you exactly what direction you're pointing, all at the same time as you've got all the basic information you need on a watch. Timeout, you go into the always on screen, twist your wrist, you can come back in again. Very, very fun. Coming back over here now, we were up to the compass. You've got last night's sleep time and weather. You've got a basic calendar in here and the music player. Now in the music player, if you're connected to the phone here, you'll be able to stream the music from your phone to the watch. However, if you switch over to local music, you'll have control of the music inside the watch that you transferred from the app. And I've got some in here to show you. That's where you can connect your Bluetooth headphones directly to the watch. So with the music in it, yep, you can go off jogging and doing whatever without having to have your phone with you. When you X out of here, you can either listen now, which is where we were, and we want to be in local music, or you can go to database, which is where it shows all of the tunes that you've transferred over in alphabetical order, so you can pick whichever one it is that you'd like to play. And then you just simply touch it. It'll start playing. You should hear it coming out of the speaker right now. You can cover the speaker if you want to mute it. And of course you can change these at any time. Get back into music, switch to a different track. Not really exceptionally loud, but definitely loud enough to hear. And of course, if you got your Bluetooth headphones going, that'll be really, really good. Now, let's pause that and get to the next one, photo album. Here's some pictures I took with my regular phone and transferred these over. A little chicken, which is kind of fun. Here you can make that a wallpaper if you want to, or delete the picture. You can put in whatever you want. Here's a little baby pig in the neighborhood. I live way out in nature. We're surrounded by all kinds of cool creatures. Here's a little mountain I can see from my house way far away. This is a 50x telephoto with that Note 20 phone. And yeah, people hike out to that, and I mean, it's like a 200-300 foot drop. You recognize where it is? Well, then you know where I am, don't you? And here's a picture of the moon. Same phone with a long telephoto. This was a nice overcast night, lightly overcast with a really nice amber moon. So much so that I decided to make a wallpaper into a watch face. And that's what it looks like. That's what I use right now. Speaking of watch faces, before we go to the rest of the apps, I want to show you some new ones and different ones that I downloaded from the store in the app. I think you've seen these here. Yeah, these were all there. This is a newer one. I'll show you these shortly when we get into the app. Colorful, moving pictures, some more of the one. This one's really fun. That's my favorite these days, guys. Look at that. Wow. Wow. Yeah, nice animation. Very well done. Edge-to-edge screen. These guys look really, really great on here. This one too, Knight Rider. Excellent watch face. And when you've got it in the always-on screen display mode, you got digital, you can whip it and bring it right back up again. Fun, fun stuff. Okay, so we were in the apps. Down to music photo album. You got a basic sound recorder. And tap the record button. Tap and hold. There we go. Okay, it's starting to record. I just want you guys to hear a sample of what the sound is like from the installed recorder. Tap it. We're done. There it is. Okay, it's starting to record. I just want you guys to hear a sample of what the sound is like from the installed recorder. Yeah, there you go. Not great, but not bad. It's a little short on the bass. It sounded a little flat to me, but you could hear it clearly, and maybe that works best for voice anyway. Photo album and the sound recorder. Your position, you have to tie that to your phone, and it should give you your location. You've got dials. This is where you turn on the call function, and by dial they mean making phone calls, not dial as in watch faces. Call records and contacts, all part of that. Remote camera. Voice assistant, again, paired to your phone, your Siri or Google. A basic mindfulness thing where you can do your breath training. You can set some parameters. It's nice you can adjust the speed to get more closely aligned with what your breath rate is at the moment. And of course your duration selectable as well. Alarms and timers, menstrual cycle information if you've got that coordinated. A little basic calculator in here with nice big digits. Lights up nice. Oh, and it shows the factors that you're working on up above with its total. Cool. A stopwatch. I'm going to show you that with the side button because I've integrated it over there, which is selectable. There's your twist your wrist to see the time or turn it off. That's also available from a pull-down area, which is not pulled down. It's on the side button here now. They've changed it on us. Find your phone. Your overall screen timeout can be selected here. You can do business cards for exchanging information with QR codes, I believe. Update your time zone information for the different cities in the world. Messages, chat, QQ, Facebook and Twitter, WhatsApp. All of your apps for social media are listed there. You have a separate app center where you can download some of these separate from like a Google Play Store or something like that. And your overall settings. And of course you can change it to grid view if you would like it in that way, or list view. And then when we are in the settings here, you can set up your personal information, height, weight. It'll compute your BMI for you. You set up notifications sent from your phone and control the tone and shaking to answer, stuff like that. Your basic general stuff, your system says it's the Hello Watch 3 Plus, right? You've got languages, date and time settings. The bedside clock mode you can turn on, so when you're charging, you'll have a clock on it if you want. However, if you put it in always on mode, you can also have that present if you want to too. Factory reset, restart, and shutdown are basic. Do not disturb. Your brightness and overall control of the screen now is showing up. These are also accessible here. This is where you change the complete screen brightness. You can get it super bright. And being AMOLED, it's really, really nice range of brightness. Very, very dim too. Yet again, a switch for raise the watch to see the time. Your screen off clock now. You can have a number, a pointer, two different pointers in here. You saw the number, it's digital. So I'm going to change it to a pointer, and you can turn it on and off there. Your screen timeout can be adjusted from as little as 5 to always on display. When it's in that mode, that means the screen will not time out at all. It'll just stay on your normal watch face. I'm going to set it to 5 seconds, let it time out and show you that pointer always on display. Oh, it's not coming up. I don't see anything. Maybe that's the 0 mode of being off. Let's see, screen off clock. Let's try pointer 1 and let it time out in 5 seconds. There we go. Okay, there we go. So the middle one appears to be nothing at all. But now it's in always on mode. This is about as bright as it gets, and it's an analog watch face. So you can either have the digital or the analog with that particular setting. With the twist your wrist on, it'll bring it right back out again. And with screen timeout set to always on display, and it'll extreme power consumption on that one, now it will never turn off, and you'll never see those always on screens because it'll always be on no matter what I'm doing. You have a nighttime brightness mode. When you activate that, it just overall dims everything to the dimmest level. You just select that when it's nighttime, you're going to bed or whatever. The app view, again, we see that grid or a list. The action button on the side. Now, I've got it programmed to go into a stopwatch, which I was going to show you. And we'll come back to show you how to change that. Really sophisticated stopwatch, but it doesn't run in the background, which is unfortunate. When I start it here, you can see it going like a traditional push-button stopwatch. And if I tap a button, it starts a second stopwatch going on behind it. So it's kind of like a lap timer. If I tap another one, it starts that one over again. If I touch the bottom one, it basically stops it, and I could reset it. If I leave it and I come back into it, it resets it completely. But wait, there's more. While it's running, if I swipe up, I get a stopwatch that looks like this, where you have separate hands for the minutes, seconds, and hundredths of a second. And again, you can not do that. Okay, that doesn't change it, but you can pause it here, take it back here. Then, if you want, you've got all your lap time shown and a basic stopwatch running across the top. So 3 different ways of displaying the time on the stopwatch, but you can't run it in the background. As soon as you stop it, as soon as you leave it, it's going to come back in and it'll be reset to 0. That's a shame. Wish it was running in the background. Back into the apps, all the way down now to where we were in the settings. I'll take you there a faster way in just a moment. And down to where we were in the action button. This is specifying what you can make this button do. You can do all kinds of things: compass, heart rate, music player, photo album. Another common one besides a stopwatch would be to make it a flashlight. You can business card. There's all your different things you can do for your social media or flashlight. And now, when I tap this button, it's going to turn the flashlight on, turn it off. So if you're in the dark, you need a quick flashlight, lights up the whole screen to full brightness, you've got it. All right, we were in settings. I'm going to show you. If I press this bottom button, I get all these different things here. I can scroll down to the one that looks like a gear, and now we're back into settings again. We've gone through most all of these. The action button, there's your sound and touch, volume control, silent mode, different things you can control in the sound. You can password protect the watch if you want to. You can set that up on it. You can program an SOS contact. You got to be in with your phone with you and in range for that to work. Your battery consumption is shown here, and when I charged it and how it's starting to go down, so you can get an idea of how long your battery is going to last. You can turn on sleep mode in this one, and sports will be auto-paused if you stop at any time, if you want that. Or you can go into this training start reminder mode as well. Heart rate, this is where you program if you want to detection of your high and your low heart rates. So pretty sophisticated all the way around. And then your fitness record, it'll automatically remember these and let you know when your goal's accomplished if you set goals for them as well. That's all in the settings. This is a do not wake up or alarm, don't make any noise. This one is syncing to the app for that one. You've got your recorder if you want to, the voice recorder available right there, and the twist your wrist or raise the wrist activated there as well. The flashlight, a do not disturb. This gets you all the way into your display brightness information, your power level, and you can go into the low power mode to extend your battery life. This lets you switch the list or the bubble kind, and then of course you can activate Bluetooth paired to your phone, make your phone calls and whatnot. If you don't want any of that happening, you can turn it off right there. Wow, okay. And you can just click to get back out of that to the watch face. Now I'm kind of going to cover the tethering app for you, but not directly. The official one is Qi Fit or Qi Fit Pro, which are not in the Google Play Store yet. They are in the Apple Store, and they should work fine. They recommended I use Poo-Boo Wear. Poo-Boo Wear. Hi, Poo-Boo. Anyway, it works mostly. It doesn't do the weather. A couple of things don't work in it yet, but so don't imagine that this will be the one you're going to be using when you get your watch. By then, the Google Play Store should have the Qifit or Qifit Pro app. Anyway, once you set this thing up and you've paired it to the watch and you land in the home screen, you'll see that you've got your step count information, your steps so far for the day, and I guess this slides along and can show you the number of steps right at that particular location. Day, week, and month. Again, you may not be seeing this app in the final, please note the right. Please allow the whitelist of power. It's all kinds of things going on. Here's your all-day heart rate, which you can scroll across to see where things are. Detailed data. Real-time heart rate, it's computing right there. I'm not wearing it at the moment, so we're not really getting a number. And some basic information about heart rate. Then there's your instantaneous heart rate when you take individual measurements, you know, when you're scrolling across, and so you can get that. So you have two different kinds of ways of doing your heart rate measurement, and these instant ones will tell you exactly what time and what your end value was after it figures that out. Last night's sleep information, there's the bar chart showing you the breakdown of your different zones that you're in. Some total times, some percentages are listed. And exercise, I did an exercise routine for 0.8 miles just to check it out, see the kind of data that you get. It does monitor your heart rate during all of that. What else have we got? Blood oxygen. There's a scatter diagram almost that looks like this is 24-hour blood oxygen it's giving us a reading on, and you can see the range. 96. There's one with an actual range, 97 to 98. So it's way up in the upper chart, and you can set it for time detection at 32 minutes after the hour. I don't know why they picked that, but there you go. And again, more information on blood oxygen in this particular app. Ladies, your cycle information, never seen it displayed this way, but that's an interesting quick look to see where you're at and where sequences flow, right? And as long as you go into settings and set up your basic information, it should be able to track all of that for you. I'm hitting the wrong thing. There we go. And you can edit these cards, but that's basically all of them that are in there. Then there's your running, walking, cycling in your area, depending now, of course, on the Qifit app. That might be implemented differently. Here we are, the Hello Watch 3 Plus. You can delete it from there, and all of the information that goes along with it is here. This is that fun watch face market, and they've got really a whole bunch of amazing faces in here with animations and different styles, and I showed you just a couple of more that I've moved over to the watch. There's only a set number you can have in the watch, but the good news is you can delete any of them you want to and replace them with other ones. So if, for example, I wanted this one, I say install. It tells me or asks me which one do I want to get rid of. These are the ones I currently have in there. How about that one? I say X. That takes it out of contention now. I say install, and it will go through the process. And you can see it on the watch. Getting ready, and there it is. And nice detailed watch face. And that, again, replaced that other one. So all of the capability to switch around these watch faces is great. You don't have just a bunch of stock ones that you don't like and only able to put one custom one in. You can completely change all of them as you'd like. Here's where you can modify the picture one with the time with a pointer dial or with a digital dial on it. And then we move into other things, your call reminders, quick connect, business cards. I don't want to go too detailed on this because it may be different in the other app when you finally get to it. However, I do want to cover these. This is the album. This is where you can select pictures from your phone and transfer them over to the watch, and you'll saw them in the picture album over there. That's where you do that. And then local music. Same thing. Now it's going through. This is the music I already have on the watch, and it's verifying all that, and then I can pick other music that's on the phone and send it over there. Your do not disturb mode, yeah, it's having trouble connecting back up again. Unit format, you can set here Fahrenheit, imperial, your time format, all of that's changeable. And a few more things here. Sedentary stuff, quick view, that's your twist your wrist to see the time, all day measurements. The screen is always on. I have it set for that right now, and you see that right over here. So those features can be set at least from this particular app as well. And finally, this is where you put in your basic information, background operations, goals, third-party applications. It'll tie to Google Fit if you want to. This particular app, firmware check. Oh, there was a firmware upgrade waiting on this watch, and it was downloadable through this particular app. So I think this app is pretty darn close to what the final is going to look like. About tells you that it's VWAR 1.00. I mean, it's just getting started. And that's it for the app. So I just want to give you a summary about this watch. This particular watch, the Hello 3 Plus, with its integrated compass, great watch faces, unique design, the Apple Watch Ultra style, a good amount of power, good amount of memory. You can get it up to 4 gigabytes of memory in it, storage for music and music player built into it, a nice speaker, microphone, everything that's pretty much like a regular Apple-like looking smartwatch. But some more sophisticated added features, being that it's the Hello Watch 3 and it's the 3 Plus. So for the price, for the availability, and check the show notes, of course, for that, I recommend it, especially since we may not be seeing many more of these watches in the Apple design case coming out on the market. You can pick it up directly from VWAR. VWAR's got it. They're bringing it to us. It's available in the 1 gigabyte version for about $43 and should have a coupon discount for you to bring it down below that. For just a few bucks more, I would highly recommend you upgrade and get the 4 gigabyte version. And if this is $20 or $30 more, but like $2 or $3 more, yeah, just go for it. It's going to have ChatGPT and other functions we didn't show you today as it matures with some firmware updates. So consider what we reviewed as kind of a working prototype with an app yet to come, but it's well on its way to being a very, very nice watch. That's it for today, gang. Thanks for watching. We'll see you again soon.